Hi, Big Green fans. My name is Rob Kennedy, and I'm the Dartmouth men's hockey radio voice in Learfield IMG College. And today, I'm very happy to have the chance to sit down with Reid Cashman, the brand new head coach of the Dartmouth men's hockey team. First new head coach for the program since 1997, and our Townhall meeting today is brought to you by the Richards Group. Thanks so much for joining us today.
I appreciate it. Excited to be here.
This is a virtual town hall meeting. Big Green fans have submitted some questions they have for you, so we'll ask Reid things that are on their mind. Before we do that, Coach, I would imagine it's been kind of a whirlwind for you over the past 3 or 4 weeks. New job, new place. I know for a hockey player and a hockey coach, being mobile's kind of the norm. Stranger to moving, but I'm sure every time is different. How you holding up, rearranging your life once again?
We're doing good. I got my wife's been great. She's been through this before. We had a baby April 6th, so we got 2 young ones, and it's been kind of part of the deal to move around a little bit. But this is one we're extremely excited about. This is a good move for us.
Let's turn this over to the fans and the questions that they have submitted. They've been selected for the day. And first off is Bruce in Athens, Vermont. He wants to know, like many teams, you're losing key players to graduation. As a new coach, what can you do to help facilitate goal scoring and solid defense, considering you're losing 2 of the top scorers and your starting goaltender?
Yeah, I think the big thing is not trying to replace those guys and not trying to have our individuals try to replace their individual numbers, but collectively as a group, the hope is that we scored more than the team did last year, and the hope is that we put structure in place that we give up less. And I hope we get to a point where Dartmouth leads the country in both categories, but then I sure would hope the next year's team wants to be even better. And so we'll do it as a group. Any successful team I've been around, there's depth in scoring, and you defend in 6-man groups.
Now, you've talked elsewhere in other interviews about your background at Quinnipiac, so we won't focus on that too much. But just one question I think is on a lot of people's minds, and Tom in Lyme, New Hampshire posed it to us. Can you walk us through the range of emotions you might anticipate the first time this year when the puck does drop between the Big Green and the Bobcats?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be excitement will be the biggest thing. That I love Quinnipiac. There's people that have been there for 40, 50 years that there'll be a lot of hugs. Hopefully we can hug at that point. And then there'll be an excitement to compete against Rand and Billy and Joel, the 2 assistants, knowing them so well that the competition is what we love. And so I would say excitement will be the key word.
One of the hallmarks of Dartmouth hockey in the past is the connection between the Big Green and the people in the Upper Valley. Peter's from Montreal, and he'd like to know, how are you planning on continuing to forge a strong bond between the program and this community?
I think it's important for me to be visible, be accessible. Dartmouth has a history of doing great things in the community with their outreach. Love what they've done with the Children's Hospital, skate with the Big Green, so many great things that we're just going to continue on. That's the program's in an unbelievable spot because of Coach Gaudette. Really just looking to build on that, and what they do with the community, how tight-knit the Upper Valley is, was a huge draw for me, and something I'm looking to embrace as well as my family.
Now, every question we got was a hockey one. We got some that weren't, so let's hit up one of those. It's from Michael in Norwich, Vermont, just across the river, and he's wondering, if you were stranded on an island, you only bring 3 things with you, what would those 3 things be?
Man, I have a wife and 2 daughters, so I think I got to go that way. Although I got a dog, a German Shepherd, that's going to feel pretty left off, and we all take off for the island.
Those outside of the box questions that separate our fans from the rest of the ECAC. Sure. Let's get back to hockey. It's from Rick in Woodstock, Vermont. And he mentions that Dartmouth hasn't had an NHL draft pick for several seasons. As someone who helped your previous college teams in terms of recruiting and coming from coaching at the National Hockey League level, what will you need to do to attract those high-end recruits?
Yeah, I mean, I think Dartmouth already has the things in place to attract recruits, the life-changing degree, life-changing relationships, and then as a staff, we're gonna create an environment where guys are gonna develop and have opportunities. Our job is to go get elite college hockey players. NHL doesn't draft smaller kids, and some of those kids are awesome at college. So we got to go get elite college hockey players. If they're drafted, great. If not, they're going to develop and have an opportunity to play. I think we would be excited to have 8 or 9 or 10 Drew O'Connors, right? And so that'll be our mindset. Not so much finding NHL draft picks, but finding elite college hockey players that we can develop.
Here's one from Tom in Essex Junction, Vermont, and this one mixes your present in hockey with your future in hockey. And you've been on the bench watching one of the best power plays and one of the best power play players ever in the last couple of years, Tom Alexander Ovechkin. What can you take from that to help improve Dartmouth special teams?
Two things I would say is one, they're very simple. Their focus is very much on habits. I've been in every one of those power play meetings before every game the last 2 years, and Blaine Forsythe, who runs it, talks about puck recoveries and zone entries. Because if you can't get in the zone, you're no good. And if you're not going to score in every shot, so if you can't recover pucks and be predictable to each other, your power play is no good, no matter the talent. So that would be a major thing. And the other thing was the cohesiveness of those groups. In that Ovechkin scores a lot of goals, but he's extremely unselfish. Those 5 guys work well. They care more about the group success than the individual success. And those are things that translate no matter what level you're at.
When you were named head coach, you refer to this job as the opportunity of a lifetime. And there's quite a bit of history here, of course, at Dartmouth. You've been even studying up on that by reading David Shribman and Jack DeGrange's book, Northern Ice. So Chris in Belmont, New Hampshire asks how you plan to put yourself in the middle of that, and as well as how you'll work with the alumni who have always been such a big part of the Dartmouth program.
Yeah, I want to embrace it. I just read that book, and the history of this program is unbelievable. And the players, the people that have come since that 1905 team, and that have come through Hanover, and where they've skated and what they've done both at Dartmouth and then after Dartmouth, whether it's in the sporting world or outside and in the business world, is incredible. So I just want to wrap my arms around that, embrace that. Our players should know that history. They should know they're playing at a program that's much bigger than them, much bigger than me. We'll be around a lot longer after we're all gone. And so our responsibility is to leave it in a better place when we're all done, whatever that time frame is.
Dartmouth hockey is one of the best and most cost-effective family activities out there. This is a question from Anthony in Lebanon, New Hampshire. He'd like you to tell the people who are loyal season ticket holders and those who come to Thompson Arena what they can expect from the Big Green team moving forward.
One thing I really believe in is if you're not emotionally invested in the game, you have a tough time. You have a tough time competing on a nightly basis. So we only play 30 until the playoffs hit. So we have a lot of time to prepare and to get our guys excited. So I think you'll see a team that plays with a ton of energy. Like I said, is emotionally invested in each game, every night. So we will have a prepared team, both in the aspects of what our guys need to do for their own game and their own foundation, but then also what to expect from the opponent. And I think if you're prepared with details and you're emotionally invested, you have a chance to be successful most nights.
Well, thanks very much, Coach Reid Cashman. I know I can speak for the entire Big Green fan base when I say we can't wait to be seeing you behind the bench at Thompson Arena, whenever that's going to be, still undetermined, but we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, can't come soon enough.
That wraps up our Dartmouth men's hockey town hall meeting with Coach Cashman. My name is Rob Kennedy, the radio voice, the Big Green and Learfield IMG College. And I know, like you, I'm already looking forward to the drop of the puck. So long, everybody.